Çok güzel oynuyorum. Güzel goller atıyorum. Söyleyeceğim bu kadar.
At first glance, you might think that this is just your normal football club, but Altinordu FK is far from it. The Izmir club, which translates to Golden Army, is one of the oldest in the country. It was founded in the same year as the Republic of Turkey in 1923. The sight of Ataturk everywhere you turn, a proud reminder of that fact. For most of its history, the club has bounced between the sport's lower divisions. But the ideology and direction of Altinordu changed 6 years ago when a new president took over. And Sayit Mehmet Özkan's goal is to completely transform the landscape of Turkish football by doing the unthinkable.
Our goal is to have an Altinordu team in the Turkish Super League with only homegrown players in 3 years. In 2020, we want to be in Turkey's top flight. And in 2023, which is both our country's and our club's 100th anniversary, our aim is to represent Turkey in Europe.
The president invested $10 million when he bought the club and spends close to $2 million each year to keep it going. You might think that heavy investment in homegrown talent would be common, as it is across Europe. But in Turkey, it's totally unheard of. The country's most popular and historically accomplished teams, like Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe and Beşiktaş, have typically used their fortunes to buy success via foreign talent. Altinordu wants to cultivate it.
We take Atletico Bilbao as an example. We try to do just like they do for Turkish children. We want to show the whole world that Turkish children can also be very successful sportsmen.
We hope that we become a model for other clubs in Turkey. We look at foreign clubs as an example, but we don't copy them because Turkey and our culture is very different than the others.
So take a walk through any of the club's 4 facilities and you'll quickly realize that this project really is more than just football. The president adamantly refers to it as a vocational school rather than an academy. And for good reason. Their slogan, "Good person, good citizen, good footballer," is about teaching and shaping children to be well-rounded human beings, both on and off the pitch. And it's one everyone associated with the club follows with passion.
Our philosophy is, these children are our future, so we must raise them well. We want them to be good sportsmen, but also be a good citizen to serve their country. We want to reach out to the children who have real natural talent, and with the help of a personal education that we provide them here, we believe we can raise one of the best generations of sportsmen in this country.
Part of the philosophy behind good person, good citizen, and good footballer is to also teach these kids how to be good football fans. So every single week that they have a home game here in Izmir, 1,000 kids who belong to the club come here to not only on the one hand support their own team and be homegrown fans, but to also on the other hand show the visiting side, in this case, Adana, respect.
In total, there are close to 5,500 kids aged 6 to 18, and all of them are required to participate in extracurricular activities. Chess classes, gymnastics, judo, even farming. But routine meetings with the child psychologist are one of the most essential pieces to the overall puzzle, as she helps to create a support system between the players, the coaches, and families.
The most important thing for us is to make our players feel like a team and not an individual. We prefer to stop their fears and increase their motivations. This is important for players, but also for the coaches. It's not right to only work with players. When we work in coordination with coaches, it makes many things easier for all of us.
This new philosophy-driven era in Altinordu's history is still in relative infancy. But according to their first-team coach, the club's holistic approach to football is already starting to pay off.
We were in the 4th division, then we won and went up to the 3rd. And now we are in the 2nd division. After our victories, we improved our success. We started to send footballers to Europe. The sportsmen that we raised and sent abroad proved that we are doing a good job. We made this possible because we have a well-connected working team behind this.
Examples include 21-year-old Çağlar Soyuncu, who's enjoying first-team action with Freiburg in Germany, while Cengiz Ünder broke a Turkish international transfer record when he left Başakşehir for Roma for $17 million. And it seems it won't be long until the next rising star makes the jump to the old continent. Several big players like Manchester City from England and others from Spain, Germany and Italy are in negotiations for 17-year-old goalkeeper Berkay Özer.
Bunlar çok güzel bir şey tabii, yurt dışından teklif almak.
It's very special to get an offer from foreign clubs, and the feeling of representing our country internationally is always something else. And it gives me great honor and a bigger sense of responsibility. So I'll be training even harder. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet, and with the discretion of my club, I'll make a decision.
İşte bu yüzden her kulübünde
Every team doesn't need to play for a championship. Some should just be feeder clubs. And our goal is to always be one. Even if we get to the Super League, we're not planning to stray away from our objectives. And when we do go to the top flight, we'll still be competitive. So our kids will show when they get to Europe that Turkish players can be successful.
Of course, to completely redevelop the sport in the country is no easy feat, and it will take time. But clubs like Athletic Bilbao are proof that it can be done. With the right philosophy, proper investment and patience, Altınordu can go from a status of pioneer to leading reference and achieve what it set out to do, create Turkey's future Golden Army.